If you are 65 or older and you rent your home in Florida, I need you to hear this clearly. The system is set up to make you feel like the benefits are for the people who own property. The tax breaks, the exemptions, the assistance programs, all of that feels like it goes to the homeowners. And because of that feeling, millions of senior renters in this state never apply for a single thing. They just keep paying full price for everything. Full electric bill, full phone bill, full Medicare premium, full price on every prescription, every single month, and every single month, money leaves their pocket that does not have to. This video is about 5 programs that senior renters in Florida qualify for right now in 2026, not someday. Right now. Programs that pay your electric bill directly to the utility company. Programs that cut your Medicare premium down to $0. Programs that cap your prescription copay at $3.90. And a program that sends a crew to your apartment to fix the things that are making your electric bill so high. Nobody from the state is going to knock on your door and tell you about any of this. That is why we are here. Stay until the 5th item, because that one is the one almost no renter ever asks about. And it is worth hundreds of dollars in savings you will feel every single month. Before we go further, hit subscribe right now. The income limits on these programs change every year. The application windows open and close. The phone numbers change, and the government is not sending you a newsletter. This channel tracks every update so you don't have to. Subscribe, and you will always know before it costs you. Let me tell you about Gloria. Gloria is 69 years old. She lives in Fort Lauderdale. She rents a 1-bedroom apartment. Her only income is Social Security, or more than $120 a month. She has been in that apartment for 6 years. Every summer, her electric bill climbs to $190, $200, sometimes higher. She has been cutting back on groceries to cover it. Last year, a caseworker at her senior center mentioned something called LIHEAP. Gloria had never heard of it. She assumed it was for homeowners. She almost did not apply. She did apply. The program paid $600 directly to FPL on her behalf. She never saw a check. The utility company just got paid. Her bill that month was $0. Then the same caseworker told her to call 211 and ask about weatherization assistance. A contractor came to her apartment, assessed the unit, and installed new weather stripping and window sealing at no cost to her. Her electric bill dropped by $40 a month after that. Gloria did not change her lifestyle. She did not move. She just applied for programs she had been ignoring for 6 years because she assumed they were not for renters. That assumption cost her thousands of dollars over those years. Do not let it cost you another month. Now let me address the thing I know most of you are already thinking. You are thinking these programs are for homeowners. You are thinking that because you do not own property, you do not qualify for assistance. That thinking is wrong, and it is costing you real money. Every single program in this video is open to renters. Not one of them requires you to own your home. Not one of them requires you to have a mortgage. The only things they look at are your age, your income, and where you live. That is it. And here is something else worth understanding. Your landlord pays property taxes on the building you live in. When property taxes go up, landlords raise rent to cover it. When you access programs that lower your own monthly expenses, you create a financial buffer against those rent increases. These programs do not just help you today. They protect your ability to stay in your home when costs go up. This is not just for low-income retirees, and this is not just for people with big housing situation. If your income is fixed and your zip code is in Florida, this content is for you. The first program is LIHEAP. That stands for Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Here is the problem. Florida's summers are brutal. An electric bill of $180 to $220 a month is not unusual for a senior renter running air conditioning in a poorly insulated apartment on a fixed Social Security income that is a devastating hit. Here is why nobody tells you about it. LIHEAP is federally funded but administered locally in Florida, and the offices that run it are different in every county. There is no single statewide office you can call, no central website, no letter that goes out. You have to know to look. Here is who qualifies in Florida in 2026. If your household income is at or below 150% of the federal poverty level, you qualify. For a single person, that is roughly $21,870 a year. Priority is given to households with someone 60 or older, which means if you are 65, you move to the front of the line in most counties. Here is the value. LIHEAP does not give you cash. It pays your utility company directly. Payments in Florida typically range from $300 to $700 per benefit period, depending on your county and your usage history. You do not touch the money. It just appears as a credit on your electric account. Here is what you do. Dial 211 from any phone in Florida. Tell the operator you are looking for LIHEAP energy assistance and that you are a senior over 65. They will connect you with your local office. Ask them what documentation you need. It is usually a photo ID, your Social Security Security card, your most recent utility bill, and proof of income like your Social Security award letter. Apply the same week you call. Funding runs out. The seniors who call first get the money. The second program is Lifeline. Here is the problem. Seniors on fixed incomes are often paying full retail price for a phone plan or an internet connection because they signed up years ago and never looked at whether anything changed. $50, $60, $80 a month for phone service is not unusual. On $1,400 a month of Social Security, that is a painful percentage of income going to one bill. Here is why nobody tells you. Lifeline is a federal benefit administered through the FCC. It is applied through your phone or internet carrier, not through a government office. So unless your carrier mentions it, and they are not required to, you never find out. Here is who qualifies. If your income is at or below 135% of the federal poverty level, roughly 19,780 throws a year for a single person, you qualify. You also qualify automatically if you are already enrolled in Medicaid, SNAP, SSI, Federal Public Housing Assistance, or the Veterans Pension Program. Here is the value. Lifeline gives you $9.25 off your monthly phone or internet bill every single month. That is $111 a year taken off a bill you're already paying. Here is what you do. Call your current phone or internet carrier and say these exact words. I would like to apply for the Lifeline benefit on my account. If they say they do not participate, go to lifelinesupport.org and use the carrier lookup tool to find a participating provider in your area. You apply directly through the carrier once you identify one that participates. Keep your Social Security award letter handy. That is your proof of income. The third program is the Medicare Savings Program, and this one is the one I want you to pay very close attention to because it is the highest dollar value program in this video for most seniors. Here is the problem. Medicare Part B costs $201 every single month in 2026. If you are on Social Security, that premium is deducted automatically before you even see your check. You may have been paying it for years without ever questioning whether you had to pay that much. Here is why nobody tells you. The Medicare Savings Program is administered by the state Medicaid office in Florida, not by Social Security, and not by Medicare. So when you call Medicare, they do not automatically tell you about it. When you call Social Security, they don't automatically tell you about it. You have to apply separately, and most people never find out it exists. Here is who qualifies in 2026. There are 3 levels. The first is QMB, the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program. If your monthly income is at or below approximately $350 as a single person, QMB covers your Part B premium completely, plus your deductibles and your co-pays. That is $2.90 a month back in your check, plus protection against the cost sharing that adds up every time you see a doctor. The second level is SLMB, the Specified Low-Income Medicare Beneficiary Program. If your income is between roughly $350 and $1,632 a month as a single person, SLMB covers your Part B premium only. That is still $202.90 a month. The third level is QI, the Qualifying Individual Program. If your income is up to approximately $160 a month as a single person, QI also covers the Part B premium. Here is what you do. Contact your local SHIP office. SHIP stands for State Health Insurance Assistance Program. It is free. They sit with you, look at your income, and tell you exactly which level you qualify for. They also help you complete the application. To find your local SHIP office, call 1-800-963-5337. That is the Florida SHIP helpline. The savings here are not $9 a month. They are $290 a month. That is $2,434.80 a year going back into your income. The fourth program is Extra Help for Prescription Drugs. This one is also called the Low Income Subsidy, and it is run through Social Security. Here is the problem. Prescription drug costs in America are brutal. Even with Medicare Part D coverage, the standard copays on brand name medications can run $40, $50, $60 per prescription per month. For a senior managing 2 or 3 conditions, that is $100 to $180 a month just in drug copays. On a fixed income, that is rent money, food money, utility money being redirected to a pharmacy counter. Here is why nobody tells you. Extra Help is a federal subsidy applied to your Part D plan. It does not show up automatically. You have to apply and be approved. Your pharmacy has no way of knowing you qualify. Your doctor has no way of knowing you qualify. Nobody in the system is tasked with telling you. Here is who qualifies in 2026. If your annual income is at or below approximately $23,640 as a single person, you qualify. That covers a lot of Florida seniors whose income is Social Security, plus a small pension or part-time work. Here is the value. Once approved, your copay on generic medications is capped at $3.90 per prescription. Your copay on brand-name medications is capped at $9.85. Full stop. No matter what those drugs normally cost, here is what you do. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 and ask to apply for extra help for Medicare prescription drug costs. You can also apply online at ssa.gov. Have your Social Security card, a recent bank statement, and your income information ready. Processing takes a few weeks. Once approved, the subsidy is applied to your Part D plan automatically. The fifth program is Weatherization Assistance. And I told you at the beginning that this is the one almost no renter asks about. Here is the problem. Most apartments rented by seniors in Florida were built decades ago. The insulation is inadequate. The weather stripping around doors and windows is worn out or missing. The air conditioning unit is old and inefficient. Every one of those problems drives up the electric bill, and the renter pays that bill every month. But the renter cannot upgrade the insulation, cannot replace the weather stripping without the landlord's permission, cannot replace the AC unit. So the problem just sits there and costs money month after month after month. Here is why nobody tells you. Weatherization Assistance is a federal program administered locally in Florida through the Department of Economic Opportunity. Renters qualify, but the program has a requirement that often stops the process before it starts. The landlord has to agree to allow the work. Some seniors assume this means the landlord will say no, and they never even ask. Here is who qualifies. If your income is at or below 200% of the federal poverty level, roughly $29,160 a year for a single person, you qualify. Renters are eligible. Here is the value. The program sends a certified contractor to your unit at no cost to you and no cost to your landlord. They assess the unit. They install improvements, weather stripping, caulking, insulation, sometimes window film, sometimes programmable thermostats. The average energy savings for a weatherized unit in Florida is between $30 and $60 per month on the electric bill. Over a year, that is $360 to $720 in savings. Here is what you do. Dial 211 and tell them you are looking for weatherization assistance as a senior renter. They will connect you with your local program office. Ask them for a landlord permission letter template. Take that letter to your landlord. Most landlords say yes because the improvements increase the value of their unit and the work costs them nothing. If your landlord agrees, the program schedules the assessment and does the work. Let me bring all five together right now. 1. LIHEAP. Dial 211 this week and ask about energy assistance as a senior over 65. 2. Lifeline. Call your phone or internet carrier today and say you want to apply for the Lifeline benefit. 3. Medicare Savings Program. Call 1-800-963-5337 and ask your local SHIP office which level you qualify for. 4. Extra help. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 and apply for the low-income subsidy for prescription drugs. 5. Weatherization Assistance. Dial 211 and ask for the Weatherization Program for senior renters. Then bring the landlord letter to your building manager this week. A quick note, I am not a licensed benefits counselor or a financial advisor. Everything in this video is based on publicly available federal and Florida state programs. Eligibility rules can vary and change. Always confirm the current details with the office you contact. Now think of one person you love who is over 65 and rents their home in Florida. Send them this video right now, because if they apply for just the Medicare Savings Program and extra help together, they are looking at up to $2,434 a year from the Part B premium alone, plus another $900 to $400 a year in drug cost savings. That is real money. That is groceries. That is air conditioning that does not have to be turned off at night to save on the bill. The mission of this channel is simple. The programs exist. The money is there. Florida's senior renters are leaving it on the table because nobody told them they qualified. Now you know. Share this video, and we will see you in the next one.